We are currently standing at the busiest crossing in the world, and this is where we'll begin our year-long travel. Woo! We are Aaron and Shine. We have made Japan our first stop on our year-long travels. Why Japan? Well, not only is Japan incredibly backpacker friendly, it is also a country rich in culture and history. Even though I've visited Japan twice, I've only visited Japan for less than 24 hours for those 2 trips. Those trips are layovers and they have only centered around Tokyo.
I've been to Japan a couple of times, but this is my first time coming to Japan in the summer.
Naturally, we had to visit Japan's most iconic cities, Tokyo, Kyoto and Osaka, destinations no travelers can afford to miss. So over the next week, we'll be exploring the notable brands that make Japan truly Japan, visiting shrines that embody centuries of tradition, and immersing ourselves in all that Japan has to offer. Our first stop of Tokyo is one of the busiest cross streets in the world. We actually crossed the Shibuya crossing 10 times or more just to experience the flow of people among the crowds. But the real reason for us crossing 10 times was really to capture that dope opening scene. We are about to start our year-long... This is where we'll begin our year-long travel. We are going to... Okay, no, blinking ready. This is where we'll begin our year-long travel.
I don't know, it doesn't work. The Shibuya crossing was crazy. The first time I was trying to cross it, I honestly felt a little bit stressed out. What I read online was that over 2 million people cross the Shibuya crossing every single day. How is that possible?
While we were at Shibuya, we had to pop into Don Quixote, a brand that we are very familiar with, but this Don Quixote here in Shibuya is the mega version with 7 floors of goodness. UV sun protection, we definitely need this in Tokyo.
I have no idea what this is for, but it's so cute.
There's just so much to see around here. I think you have to spend more than an hour or 2 to visit all 7 floors of this building. We're only on the 3rd floor, so that's a lot of floors to go.
There's so many things to buy here. If our backpacks have enough space, I would have gotten so many more things.
Also at Shibuya, we wanted to get into the Pokemon store. I feel like I can identify all the Pokemons. This is a Golbat. This is a Zubat. This is a Wigglytuff. This is a Jigglypuff. Diglett, Dugtrio, Meowth, Persian, Psyduck, Golduck.
What gen is it now? Let's get him a newer Pokemon and see if he can identify one.
I really have no idea, I'm stumped. Maybe I'm out of touch, but these Pokemons are indeed more sophisticated than the first generation that has captured my childhood. It just feels really crazy to be here. There's just so much to do, so much to see. There's just so many things that's happening.
Even just window shopping like us, there is so much to see. We actually spent like almost a whole day here at Shibuya.
I don't usually go to fish markets, so why am I doing this in Japan?
Can't believe we woke up so early for this. We woke up before 4 AM today. I think I need a second cup of coffee.
Every morning before dawn, while most of Japan is still asleep, Toyosu Fish Market is already buzzing with activity. As the largest wholesale fish and seafood market in the world, it serves as a central hub where fresh catches are auctioned and distributed to restaurants and buyers across Japan. Tuna auctions are the highlight, with buyers meticulously inspecting the quality before bidding in a fast-paced atmosphere.
It's really interesting to see how the process actually works. I can imagine myself like being the auction, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
So I was trying to read up on like how they actually chose the tuna. The fattiest tuna is of the highest grade and goes for the highest price. The fatty area comes near the skin, and when you touch it, it's actually more like slimy. And then the lower tier is one that is like less fatty but still pretty red and transparent.
Our next stop of the day brought us to Ginza, or as I call it, Tokyo's 5th Avenue. This shopping district is lined with all of the world's most prestigious brands, and strolling through Ginza is a paradise for shopaholics.
It is a super hot day. We are here in Ginza, one of the upmarket shopping districts in Tokyo, and I just spotted Muji. Let's go!
Muji is one of Char's favorite brands. Just on the ground floor, we're impressed by all of the pre-packed food that were on display.
The first thing I noticed is that there's so many more Muji food products than what we have in Singapore. I love this. I used to get this from 7-Eleven in Singapore, but I realized that it's a lot of calories. Have you tried it?
No, I've not tried it though. Maybe they should give us samples.
This is the Ginza blend. I'm wide awake now.
On the upper floors, we found sections dedicated to apparel, embroidery, home and kitchen furnishing. There is even a dancing Muji exhibition too. Given an appreciation for minimalism and functional design, it is no wonder why we love Muji so much.
We just love window shopping and looking at different things that different countries have to offer.
And after Muji, we couldn't pass on of another Char's favorite Japanese brand.
This Uniqlo is 12 levels tall. I have no idea how they can have so many merch that they can fill 12 levels worth of shop space.
But it was me who was caught in the dilemma whether or not to purchase this Arism shirt. I don't know, should I get this, Char? Should I get this? Conscious of course, purchasing this Arism shirt seems to be an excess to our backpacking ethos. But given the shirt was heavily discounted and after much deliberation, I decided to buy the shirt. As we shopped around Ginza, we found ourselves in the stores of these name brands we frequent in Singapore. Yet, there was something undeniably different about being in these stores here in Japan. It wasn't about the items that were on the shelves, it was immersing ourselves in the unique atmosphere and appreciating how the brand's identity deeply weaves itself in its place of origin. After all, we love the experience of visiting the brand more than just buying the product itself. Shinjuku is one of the most distinctive places in Tokyo. Almost all the train lines kind of converge around here. And this is perhaps why I think Shinjuku is the de facto heart of Tokyo. Not only is it known for its neon-lit entertainment at night, it is a bustling hub for skyscrapers. To appreciate the vastness of the entire city, we went up to the Metropolitan Government Building in Shinjuku to catch a glimpse of the city from above. About 14 million people living in the metropolitan area, and the greater Tokyo area has like 41 million people. It's really interesting to see the massive metropolis from Shinjuku area. Just very expensive.
Shinjuku is a place that people have been telling us that we must visit when we come to Tokyo. We've just been walking around aimlessly, looking at the different shops, and I feel like there's just so much to do here, although we do not have enough time to do more here.
At night, this place turns into a different creature, and there seems like there's so much to unpack beneath the surface.
The next time when we come here, we definitely will have to do much more.
Tokyo has introduced to us an urban version of Japan that is unlike no other cities in this world. It has a way of blending the familiar with the unfamiliar, making every discovery feel personal. Being lost in translation added to a little bit of our experience, but to truly immerse ourselves in the brands that we love certainly gave us a deeper connection to the city. We are here in Kyoto and it's my first time here, and there's so many places that I want to go.
There are so many temples, there are so many shrines, there's so much culture in this city. We can't wait to explore them all.
Our first stop in Kyoto brought us to Nishiki Market, a market that has been feeding the people of Kyoto for over 400 years. So we just pulled out to the side street of Nishiki Market, and Nishiki Market is a very long and elongated market that sells so many different kinds of things. There is store selling food, there's store selling candies and sweets and Japanese souvenirs. There's just a lot of stuff there. But what we are most impressed are the shokukin sampurus, or the Japanese food replicas.
Initially we thought the food looked so perfect and like so beautiful, but actually those were just food displays.
Perhaps to get you guys equally involved in our game, let's play a game of real or fake, shall we? Here's how to play. An image will flash across the screen for 3 seconds. Decide whether or not the subject is a replica or real legit food. The answers will be reviewed towards the end of the video. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Amongst all the shrines in Kyoto, Kiyomizu-dera is the most iconic. Founded in AD 780, this Buddhist temple is known for its wooden stage that juts out from the main hall, overlooking panoramic vistas. So scenic, like you can see that main building right there, which is the main hall, is surrounded by nature. But there is also one dark Edo period tradition about this temple.
This temple is where people come to jump off the wooden platform, and apparently it makes their wishes come true.
Fortunately, this practice has been outlawed since 1872. As we walked a little further, we took some blessings from these waterfalls.
Right now we are at the Ottawa waterfalls, and right here there are 3 streams coming down off the roof. Each of the stream represents a different type of blessing. One represents love, one represents longevity, and one represents success. It is recommended to drink from one of the stream, and if you drink from all 3 streams, you're considered greedy. I do not know which one represents which blessing, but we're going to go and try.
That was a great experience. Kyoto is the spiritual center of Zen Buddhism in Japan, and it's only fitting that some of Japan's most sublime Zen gardens can be found here. Automatically, when you walk in, you feel this sense of calmness, this sense of serenity, this sense of peacefulness. Even though it's like a sweltering hot day, like you immediately feel calm coming in here. Out of all the Zen Buddhist temples, we picked Nazenji for its more peaceful and meditative atmosphere. I feel like the entire space itself is very tightly curated, from the leaves that has like a particular trim to the way that the stones are being placed. Every single perspective has a very good view. It gives me like a very nice feeling. Like everything is just holistically imbalanced with each other. Like there is this Nagomi that is equaling each other out, and it's very zen.
The other thing that I really enjoy is looking at the leaves. I think these are called the Japanese maple. I've been taking a lot of shots of them. Very beautiful.
We also visited another Zen temple in the northern part of Kyoto, known as Kinkakuji.
Their tickets look like some form of scroll.
This temple was initially built in 1397 as a retirement villa for Shogun Yoshimitsu, but it was later converted into a temple. Unfortunately, the weather had other plans moments after we entered the temple.
It has been a super hot couple of days here in Kyoto, and all of a sudden it started raining, like suddenly, and we only have one umbrella to share. We've been appreciating this golden temple for the past, I don't know, 10 minutes?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
And after 30 minutes of standing under the rain, the sky finally cleared up. I'm so soaked and drenched, and all of a sudden, the sky is blue again.
This place cost us 500 yen each, and the temple itself is very nice. Actually, when the sun came in after the rain stopped, it was like glistening, but I just think it wasn't worth waiting for the rain to stop because it got so humid and so hot afterwards.
Arguably the most photogenic shrines of Kyoto is the Fushimi Inari Shrine. Inari is the Shinto god of rice, and the wooded forest consists of thousands of torii gates dedicated to Inari.
Fushimi Inari Taisha is definitely a key landmark in Kyoto. Definitely very different from all the other temples and shrines that we have been to, and it's super pretty. Even though there were many people walking around us, it still feels quite peaceful. I think number 1 is still early in the morning, and number 2, I think we went far enough to like get away from the crowds.
Shar, did you manage to count how many torii gates there were?
I counted 271.5.
Half? So I read that the Fushimi Inari Taisha's torii gates are dedicated to the god Inari, which represents success in business and good harvest. So maybe one day if I have my own business myself, I'll probably dedicate a torii gate too. Our last day at Kyoto, I cannot help but do a quick contrast between Kyoto and Tokyo. While Tokyo dazzles with modernity, Kyoto feels like we are stepping back in time, and together, the two cities have painted a vivid picture of Japan's ability to honor its past while embracing the future. A lot of people tell me to come to Osaka. It's my first time here in Osaka, and my first impressions of this city is that like it's very wild.
Osaka is super vibrant, super different from Tokyo and Kyoto. We can't wait to explore the city.
Our first stop in Osaka is the Cup Noodle Museum. The museum highlights the inspiring journey of Momofuku Ando, who invented instant noodles in a small shed.
I love cup noodles so much. If I was traveling alone, I'd probably eat it one every day. So it was quite a dream come true to come to this museum to see how it's like.
As we toured around the space, we realized that cup noodles is actually among one of the greatest Japanese inventions of all time.
This cup noodle museum is actually quite small, but it was super engaging. Like, we learned about the history of cup noodles, and in fact I didn't know that cup noodles was invented here in Japan. Like, I thought it was like all over the world, but it was invented here.
At the end of the experience, you can get to design your own cup noodles too.
Now we are going to fill our cups with many different ingredients. Let's go!
Before dusk, we went to one of Osaka's most interesting neighborhoods.
Shinsekai is crazy. It feels like we were thrown back in time to the good old times. Everything here is so retro. There are so many izakaya, so many bars, so many food stalls, and also like arcades and fairs and like so many games around.
Shinsekai was one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in post-war Osaka, but today, it's best known for its larger-than-life signs and nostalgic vibes.
We were pleasantly caught by surprise how crazy and insane this place is. Like, there was oversized food. Everything is bigger here.
People say that this part of Shinsekai was inspired by New York's Coney Island. I can certainly feel a little bit of those vibes right here, but in a very Japanese way, and without, of course, the beach and Nathan's hot dog. And if Shinsekai is like Coney Island, then our next destination can be argued as the Times Square of New York.
Dotonbori is super iconic. There are huge signboards all over, so many lights, it's just crazy.
We spent the rest of the evening soaking in the vibrant energy of Osaka. From savoring the iconic takoyaki to enjoying the melodies of street performers, hours slipped away even before we realized it. And soon, we would have spent 1 week in Tokyo, Kyoto and Osaka.
Yes, Tokyo, Kyoto and Osaka are three of the most popular places to visit in Japan. But I think there's a reason why people love these places. Each of the city is so different, and when you go to all three different places, you feel like there is so much you can experience of Japan.
I'm so glad that we did it, and I'm so glad that I had this experience to immerse myself into the cultures of Japan through the lens of these three cities.
If this is your first time in our channel, we are starting our 1-year travel and we are starting here in Japan. Catch our previous video where we explain more about this, and catch the next video where we'll be climbing Mount Shiroma.
I guess we'll see you guys soon. Bye bye!